So how do you format a screenplay and what can you write and not write? Watch this video to find out. So you're eager to start writing your screenplay? That's awesome. You're opening up a Word document, you stop typing and then, nope, that's not how to do it. Or I mean, you could, but having like the correct format is very important because there are certain rules which makes, when people are reading the script, they kind of understand the script because you're following all those rules. And besides, you're not going to write a novel, are you? And also, like, when I read a script, it might take me like 2 hours, maybe more, maybe less, probably not less. But if I would read the same amount of pages in a book, it would take me ages. It would take so much more longer time. So, if you're doing it the correct way when you're writing a screenplay, the reading process is gonna speed up, and the chances that producer are gonna read your script is higher because then they're gonna have the time. Because if they open it up and like, oh, what's this? And they're like, okay, I'm not gonna understand anything. They're not gonna read it. So, all those rules are important. That's just the way it is. Let's dive into it. There are plenty of screenwriting softwares like Final Draft, Movie Maker Screenwriter, and they're really good because, they already have all the formatting settings pretty much. But going through those are for another video. So if you're like me, that's not really friends with Word, oh my god, it can drive me crazy sometimes. You can download a template which has all the settings. I will put a link in the description below and you can download it. So let's begin with the fonts. The option is current new, size 12, and I would highly recommend to not use any other fonts because, that's the font that everybody else are using. So if you're using another one, it's gonna look really unprofessional. Like if you're using the font of Star Wars or anything, it's gonna be like, ooh. So, just use it because that's the standard. So here's the front page with the title, the name of the author, the street name, well, basically all the contact information. Now we get into the juicy stuff. Fade in, it's put on the left-hand side. I personally think it looks better on the right-hand side. I have read the rules that it's supposed to be on the left-hand side and fade out on the right-hand side. But I don't think it mattered that much on this rule, but I will leave it on the left-hand side for now. I'm actually gonna head over to Final Draft, which is the software I'm usually using. So I will head over there to continue this tutorial. Here's the scene name where you're supposed to, write where the scene takes place. You write INT for interior or EXT for exterior. So if you don't know the difference between interior and exterior, I would say it's basically indoor or outdoor. For example, if you're writing a scene where it's the characters inside the car, you will be writing interior car. Or if the car is kind of like, driving on a highway and the camera pretty much is placed outside the car, like you can see the car driving away, you will probably write exterior highway or exterior car. Exterior car, probably if you like the car is going out to fix a light, it would be exterior car. In the scene heading, you're also supposed to put if it's night or day. Because that helps a lot when you're filming and you're out on location and you kind of like when you're planning to shoot the film, because usually the production is gonna film all the night scenes at once and all the day scenes at once. So, it's because of the light. So in my scene, I will use right interior, exterior car, night. Okay, moving on, we are going to the action place of the paper. And that's usually, the rules are that you're supposed to write the description of the place first, if you need to, if it's important for the story, and then write what's actually happening in the scene. Okay, I'm writing, the moon is bright in the sky. The wheels are stuck in the mud. Next is characters. The first time a character is introduced, it's supposed to be in capital letters. So I'm gonna write Karen, and then in brackets, it's supposed to be the age of the character. So Karen, brackets, 30. Remember to introduce your characters, like what are they wearing, what do they look like. I mean, if it's important for, the reader to understand the character, and then, type it in. So in this story, I will be writing, good-looking woman with big brown eyes walks towards the car. So dialogue. So the name of the character speaking is supposed to be in capital letters, and also center on the page, but a little bit to the left. And underneath is the dialogue. It's also center, but more to the left than the name of the character speaking. If your character is saying something in a certain way, or if something is actually happening while they say it, you could put it in the brackets. For example, if your character is crying, you could be writing brackets crying. So I'm gonna write Karen brackets crying, but I don't want to go. I think that's pretty much the basics for the formatting settings. But I mean, there are more stuff. To pick it up a level, it's the flashbacks. So that will be on the right-hand side. Then there's the end, which is usually put on the center place, at the bottom. I think that's it for today. It's basically all the basic stuff. But I highly recommend using a software, or if you're downloading the template, because, it's gonna look way more professional. I really like Final Draft because, then I really don't have to worry about the settings. I mean, I can do some certain changes in it to change it up a bit. But basically, I don't really have to worry that much. And, when you save it, you can just come back with your other project and you have those settings again. I think minor errors would be okay, I hope, but because, people are not perfect. But I mean, if you want to look professional, you should just follow these settings, because you don't want to come across ignorant, or that you don't really make the effort, and I mean, there's tons of different, settings, and I mean formattings and rules and stuff. And I'm learning every day. Sometimes I'm coming across a new thing, and I'm how am I supposed to do this? And, try to Google it and stuff like that. So, I mean, but then eventually you kind of keep learning and everything. And, because it's a process to learn it. And I mean, it's really fun when you know all the formatting settings, and it can look really good. So, I mean, it's just keep learning, keep writing, and you're gonna learn all these rules for sure. Okay, I think that's it for today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see videos like this in the future, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to write, and I'll see you in the next one. Hejdå!